Let's talk about One Battle After Another. Starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, Regina Hall, Teyona Taylor, and Chase Infiniti. Directed by Paul Thomas Anderson from Warner Brothers Pictures. As always, this review will be spoiler-free, but if you prefer to see the film in its entirety before hearing any commentary about the film, please feel free to close this video out. I would ask that you drop a like before you do. Then come on back and watch this once you've seen the film. One Battle After Another runs 161 minutes, 2 hours and 40 minutes. That may sound a bit long, but bear with me here. The last 90 minutes of One Battle After Another is probably some of the most entertaining movie making I've seen this year, and some of the most entertaining and engrossing filmmaking I've seen from Paul Thomas Anderson as a whole. But it takes that first hour and 10 to get you there. It takes that first hour and 10 for the movie to really hit its stride, because there's a lot going on. There are a lot of characters, there are a lot of moving parts, and it is important to this writer in particular, as meticulous and as character-driven as his films and his stories are, it is important to spend that much time with most of these characters, in particular Bob, the character that Leonardo DiCaprio plays, and Willa, played by Chase Infiniti, and also Colonel Lockjaw, love that name, played by Sean Penn. Once all that's done and everything can settle in, this turns into a really wild ride. That in itself is interesting because sometimes as a filmmaker, Paul Thomas Anderson's films aren't always the most accessible. I think back a couple of years to The Phantom Thread. Also, I think back to Inherent Vice and The Master, and some of these films they're very cerebral, always character-driven, always so well acted. He's worked with Daniel Day-Lewis on a couple of these films. There's always quality there, but it's not always the most entertaining thing. It's not something you're going to recommend to your family or friends if they're out for a good time at the movies. This is something you want to watch as you're getting ready for the Oscars. But this movie, One Battle After Another, genuinely has some fun in there, and it's due in large part to the way that Bob, Leonardo DiCaprio's character, is written. There are times watching Leo bring this character to life that I feel like Jeff Bridges' character from The Big Lebowski, has wandered into the wrong film. I just kept feeling it over and over again. Leo's channeling Jeff Bridges. This is a role that maybe Jeff Bridges could have played 20 or 30 years ago. But he's just such a mess. And he's surrounded in this film by all of these intense characters and all of this really taut action. It's a fascinating character to put in the middle of this because it brings a lightness and a quirkiness to the film. The same can be said about Sean Penn's character, who, as the primary antagonist of the film, is also a strange character. I don't want to say anything else about Colonel Lockjaw, aside from he is as far from type as you can imagine from anything that Sean Penn has done to date. I'm going to leave it there. I could ramble on and on about this movie for a while. I really enjoyed it, and I dare say it's my favorite Paul Thomas Anderson film in a number of years. One Battle After Another is rated R for language, for violence, for sexual situations. Please be mindful of that if you are bringing younger audiences. It is in theaters on September 26th. You can find more Film Buff Unplugged reviews and videos on Substack. Just head to fbunplugged.substack.com and subscribe for free. That way you won't miss a single post. We also have a channel on YouTube. Head to youtube.com/@FilmBuffUnplugged, all one word. Please give us a like on Facebook, and if you're on TikTok, you can find my review videos and more by searching for @FelixAlbuerne Jr., all one word. Thanks for watching.